congratulate Iowa State Coach Campbell. Really good football game. I knew two really good teams were playing each other, and it was game one, so there was going to be some mistakes. I thought it kind of went back and forth, and at 7-7 in the first half, both teams had an opportunity, and both teams' defenses stepped up and got big stops or turnovers in the red zone. And then we get to the second half, and we struggled with a little bit of rhythm at first offensively, and then they got a little bit of rhythm and were able to get up a score. Proud of our guys to come back and fight and get it tied and then go down again. Bottom line, we're disappointed. Came here expecting to win and didn't win. But I'm proud of the guys, and, like I told them in the locker room, regardless of what this game was, we had 11 more left. And if we allow it to eat us up, if we allow the outside noise to become a factor, which these guys ain't letting happen. I know that. They're not going to let it happen because they see what I see, a really good football team that got beat by a really good football team. And so we've got to go back, regroup, get some guys healthy. We were down some guys. We've got to get some guys back and get ready to go Saturday.
Question for Coach. What's Dylan's status?
I don't know. They told me after the first couple plays he was no longer available.
Did they make a few more adjustments that really kind of changed the game? It seems like they got the run.
Yeah, I thought they did a nice job in the second half of being balanced. We'll look at the film, but we end up getting a couple of stops, but just one, not enough by one.
Chris, they had a lot of success on fourth downs. You guys didn't. What do you
Yep.
think went into that?
They just made a couple plays on fourth down. Those couple of them were short, and they made a couple of plays, and we didn't. And I would do the same thing again based on how the game was going, with us struggling to slow those guys down on 4th and 1.5. And I thought Ave had the first down. The review was not going to help because you couldn't see the lines out there, so it didn't matter. I mean, give them credit. They made the stop, and then I was hoping we could hold them to a field goal. They ended up scoring. We scored right away again, and then they did a nice job getting a drive.
Anything else for Coach?
Did that kind of feel like a bigger game than necessarily?
Absolutely. 100%. And our guys treated it like a big game, but we've got to reset, regroup, and get ready to go again next Saturday.
Kind of have a new offensive line, some pieces there. How would you assess their performance?
Against a really good veteran defense, I thought they did a really nice job. I thought they protected Avery well. The first half was a struggle running the football. I think both sides, because of the footing and the amount of rain, it was difficult conditions. And then when it dried up the second half, they were able to get it going probably a little bit more than we were. Okay.
Questions for Avery Johnson, Austin Romaine?
Avery, passing game, going to be going second half. Was it the conditions improving?
Say that again, please.
Were the conditions improving? How you guys get the ball second half?
Yeah, I mean, it was downpouring in the first half, so it's hard to get a grip of the ball, and then we just try to, kind of rely on our run game a little bit, but couldn't really get anything started, couldn't get anything going. We got to start faster if we want to win games, especially against good teams like Iowa State.
Without Dylan in there, does that kind of change the beginning part of the game for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, Dylan's such an explosive player, and we had a bunch of stuff game plan for him. So when he goes out, we just kind of have to have that next man up mentality. I think Devon did a great job stepping in and trying to fill Dylan's role today, and Joe did a good job too in the run game. But both of those guys were ready when their number was called, and that's just kind of the offense that we're going to have to be.
Avery, how close did you feel like you guys were to having more success on fourth down?
We're right there, man. I mean, kind of like what Coach said. I think they made the necessary plays that were needed to be made tonight to win the game. Ball in my hand on 4th and 1. I got to find a way to get a yard, keep that drive alive, and not put our defense in a bad spot. So take full accountability for that, and just got to get back to the drawing board and figure it out next week.
What do you think was working for you guys when you did attack them down the field in the second half?
Yeah, when it dried up and the weather was a good enough condition to push the ball down the field, I think our receiver room is so talented. I don't think those guys could cover us. So you kind of just had to call the game by the conditions, and I think we really did find some success getting certain guys on their defense man and coverage positions so that we could, expose those mismatches.
What's your message to the guys after a tough game like this? We heard Coach Klieman, but what's your message as a leader?
Yeah, I just said, guys got to take accountability. First of all, as an offense, two turnover on downs, a fumble, and a muff punt. That can't be the offense that is going to win games. You can't turn the ball over 4 times and expect to win a game. And guys just got to go back to the drawing board, including myself, and just take accountability, man. Where can I be better today as a quarterback? Where can I be better today as a leader? I think if everybody takes that same mentality going into next week, then we'll have a lot better outcome.
Austin, you guys bottled up Iowa State's run game really well in the first half. What did they do to get it going in the second half? Was it scheme, execution, or what did you see?
Yeah, I think kind of like what Avery said, it was tough conditions out there early on, and we were playing well with small details and stuff. And then kind of that second half, I feel like us as a defense as a whole, we got lackadaisical with some of those small details with some of their run game, and they ran a lot of downhill run game to us, and they were able to get it open. But us as a defense, we have to step up for them to be when they're struggling a little bit. We have to step up so we can give them confidence. So.
Did they change their blocking in any way?
No, I don't. I mean, we'll have to go back and see, but I don't think they really did. They just executed better than we did in the second half.
Austin, what was it like playing a game over here?
Yeah, it was different. Just being far from home and playing. I mean, it felt like an away game, but against a Big 12 opponent and a team that we've lost to the past 2 years in a row. So it felt like a bigger game for us, but we just can't make the game bigger than what it is. And then I feel like going into this next week, we can't be looking back on this game too much, because then we'll get beat the next week, and then we have a short turnaround for Arizona. So for us, we need to have a quick turnaround mindset and go when we get back, figure it out.
What makes Rocco Becht so difficult to play against?
Oh yeah, he stays alive really well in the pocket and outside of the pocket, and he's always got his eyes downfield. He can run and he can throw it out of the pocket. So just big thing. Our defensive line did a really good job of kind of keeping him in there. And then when he did, we have to be better as a secondary of splattering routes and letting the defense hunt.